Shrimp, tiny crustaceans adored by seafood lovers around the world. Roughly 3.6 million tons are eaten every year. That's a lot of fishing. And it's why people started this. No, they're not swimming pools. Worldwide, shrimp farms produce over 2.4 million tons of these aquatic crawlies a year. But how do they travel from here to here and still stay fresh? Thailand's sunny shores draw millions of tourists every year. But they're not the only ones enjoying this tropical paradise. Its warm waters are nearly perfect for shrimp, not too salty and not too acidic. So, over 40 years ago, Thai farmers started to breed them. The first step in raising the perfect shrimp is getting the right pedigree, and these are not your average bottom-of-the-sea variety. Swimming in the pool are parent shrimp specially imported all the way from Hawaii. These Pacific white shrimp are a favorite with diners the world over for their sweet taste. While Mama and Papa shrimp go to work, the guys here keep a close eye on the action.
เราต้องมั่นใจว่าเกษตรกรไม่ได้นำโรคเข้ามาสู่ในฟาร์ม
And these healthy mother shrimp breed fast. One female brooder can lay up to a whopping 300,000 eggs, all carried under her tail. While waiting for the eggs to hatch, the farmers prepare the fry's new home. Inside these hatcheries, rearing tanks are purified with chemicals like chlorine, which attack and kill bacteria, keeping the brackish water, a mix of sea and fresh water, disease-free. Once the eggs have hatched, these day-old shrimp, called nauplii, are transferred to the tanks to grow. Tanks are covered to keep out direct sunlight and to keep the water temperature constant at 32 degrees, regardless of the weather outside. These little fry are then left alone to explore their new homes. But all that excited swimming means they'll soon be hungry. Baby shrimp need the right food to grow big and healthy. So these Thai scientists came up with a super growth potion for them, made up of microalgae. They get a specially mixed treat too.
อาหารที่ให้นี่เป็นอาหารสำเร็จเป็นสูตรมาจากปลาป่นแล้วก็พวกข้าวแป้งข้าวสาลีประมาณนี้ครับแล้วก็วิตามินรวมกัน
As they grow, it can get a little crowded in the tanks. So once these tiny 12mm shrimp are ready for the big wide world, they're bundled and transported to their new home. This is one of Thailand's 25,000 shrimp farms that produce over 550,000 tons of shrimp a year.
บ่อกุ้งที่นี่มีเนื้อที่รวมทั้งหมด150 ไร่ครับมีบ่อเลี้ยงจำนวน14 บ่อ
That's roughly the size of 38 Olympic-sized swimming pools, enough to accommodate up to 10 million shrimp. But where can you get enough water for them to swim in and not run up a massive water bill? The answer lies in this mangrove swamp. As they pump its brackish water in, a net keeps out unwanted animals like crabs which could carry disease. Once purified, the mix of sea and fresh water is ready for its multi-legged residents. And here they come. Before these little fry can be released, farmers have to pump water from their new pond homes into their tanks. This is to make sure the difference in water temperature won't give them too much of a culture shock. These shrimp have a huge appetite, and if they don't get enough food, they'll start eating each other. Feeding them 5 times a day, this farmer really has her work cut out. That's where this machine comes in. It dispenses ready-made food into the ponds every 3 minutes, 10 hours a day, spreading it evenly onto the water to produce plump, juicy shrimp. While it may look like shrimp heaven, danger lurks in the water. Bacteria called Vibrio are sometimes washed into the ponds from the mangroves next door. They cause shrimp to become weak and disorientated, killing entire stocks. People who eat the infected shrimp may also experience nausea, fever and chills. To prevent this, water samples are taken and tested every 90 days. If they find any traces of bacteria, farmers will change the pond water or introduce microorganisms to fight off their bad cousins. In 4 months, the shrimp will grow up to 20 centimeters and are now ready to travel the world. While the shrimp may have left the farms, there's still a lot of work to do. The water is filled with residue, and the shrimp have also left behind ammonia, a toxic waste product, both of which are harmful to the environment if left untreated. So farmers first pump the leftover water into a retention pond to let residue settle. After a week, they discharge the water into mangroves that the farmers have grown themselves. These act as natural filters for the waste. As soon as the shrimp arrive at the processing plant, workers quickly get to work to make sure the shrimp remain fresh. To keep the place disease-free, everyone here needs to be covered from head to toe. Once they're weighed, the shrimp hit the conveyor belt. No machines here. Workers rely on the old knives and scissor method to hand-peel the shrimp. Each person can peel up to 24 kilograms of shrimp in an hour. Half the shell is taken off, but they get to keep their tails. Some raw shrimp are then frozen to -21 degrees, which takes only 6 minutes, while others are first cooked in a large steamer and then quickly frozen to help keep their flavor. They're almost ready to go, but before they can leave the country, they have to get a valid passport. And that means checking each and every batch. Samples are sent to the Department of Fisheries lab.
กุ้งนี่เพื่อตรวจหาสารแอนตี้ไบโอติกและโลหะหนักครับประโยชน์คือทำให้สามารถต่างประเทศเนี่ยรับรู้ว่าสินค้าที่เราส่งไปเนี่ยปลอดภัยถูกสุขลักษณะครับ
We have very good record with the FDA. In the last 5 years, we never have any problem.
The Department of Fisheries will then issue a certificate to confirm that the batch has passed their rigorous testing. It's their ticket out of here. These Thai-bred shrimp, whose grandparents were from Hawaii, get a ticket back home to the good old USA. Shrimp is America's #2 favorite seafood. A whopping 500,000 tons are consumed each year. Within hours, these squeaky clean shrimp are on display in grocery stores and supermarkets all over the world.